And good evening, people. This is the But Peep This podcast, the podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we want. Happy Black History Month. Blackity black, 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 blackity black. In case you forgot, blackity black. I'm Lional, that's J.E.'s, that's Jen. And back with us this week is Sean with his superpower mind and his mechanical K9 OGB Neutron looking ass. So, rescuing us from sure destruction. Now, before we get going here, go like our Facebook, go like our Instagram. You're watching this, it's on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe, leave a like, share, leave a comment, good or bad. But if it's bad, stand on that shit because we're coming. Now, we starting this episode off with the unpopular opinion. I ended the podcast last week talking about it, but we're gonna give it the proper attention that it's due today. If you have more than 20 items in a grocery store, go wait for the fucking cashier.
I thought that was just a rule. How's that an unpopular opinion?
That's just a rule. Yeah.
It's a fucking rule. That's not a goddamn opinion.
Surprised. Like, straight up.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
People will do a full-on ass grocery shop.
Yeah.
Get to the self-checkout. Not know how to use the self-checkout.
I hate that shit.
And get pissed off that they got to check out their own shit. Around this time of the month, I do delivery and pickup. I hate going into the store.
I always do delivery and pickup.
This lady today.
Wait a minute. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking about talking about it, and the fact that it just came up organically is cool. I see now I'm alone on this. Because I was just getting some groceries like 2 or 3 hours ago. And I was about to say, I love a good stroll down the aisles, picking up my things.
You need to go to therapy. You 100% need to go to therapy.
I like grocery shopping.
Let me tell you.
There's no grocery store near me. So this is
I love grocery shopping.
Nah.
I just hate when we get to the register, right? It's the first of the month. And I'm in the city. Right? And you in the self-checkout. We're in a Meijer, right?
Okay.
It's 30 registers, including the self-checkouts. Like 1 through 6, and then 24 through 30 are self-checkouts. And the other 18 or so are registers, like with humans. And 10 of those are open. But you got everybody at the self-checkouts. This lady had 2 carts of food in the line at the self-checkout.
That's disrespectful.
And it's like, bro, what? What are you doing?
Why do you want to scan and bag all of that yourself?
Okay,
and the ones at Meijer, they're gonna cut you off every time you scan 10 items. It's like, please wait for assistance. So a human is gonna have to come over there and like scan and hit the little fucking code fast as hell. You try to figure out what it is so you don't have to call them over again. And it's like, just go wait.
Now I will say, I am one of those people that will get like a big grocery cart and go to a self-checkout. However, I move fast. I move faster than people with half their basket. I'll be boom, 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 boom. Like I move fast.
So
now,
however, I will say this though. The places I do it at are places where it does not say 20 items or less.
Okay.
Because like Walmart, for example, does not say 20 items or less. Publix does not say 20 items or less. They have 20 items or less lines, but not for self-checkout. Self-checkout does not have a limit at most of the stores that I go to.
Okay. I'm talking to you then. Go wait for the fucking register.
Okay. Well, let me tell you one thing that's not about that. All right. So if I known that's what you were talking about, I would have tried to cut you off a minute ago.
See,
out of the self-checkout.
I do want to be clear. I don't like going to the store at the hours where it's like the most people there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going during that time. Like I'm usually, if I'm going as early, it is right there close to when school get out, or is really late. And even then, I don't mind waiting for the register either, because if I'm waiting for the register, I'm usually playing games or something on my phone, or like responding to messages and shit that I haven't responded to yet. But like the strolling part, I'm listening to a podcast usually most of the time, and I enjoyed the stroll through the aisles.
Shopping, absolutely.
It's peaceful.
Compare the prices, all that.
Yes, I do that.
I used to enjoy doing it on like Friday and Thursday mornings, but my grocery store closed. So
before Sean spews some bullshit into that mic, because we know it's coming. All right. Jay, have you ever heard of top swapping?
No.
What?
So about 6 months ago, I was in the store and I bought, because I was balling. You feel me? I was in the grocery store and I picked up a fucking block of Velveeta cheese.
Yes, sir.
And that bitch was $11.
That is ridiculous.
Right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting this Velveeta. Like, I wasn't even worried about the price. I was just like, and so I'm scanning, I'm at the register and she's scanning the stuff. I'm putting my, giving her my Kroger card. And she's like, baby, I know you didn't just pay no $11 for no Velveeta. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I mean, that's what it costs. That's what it costs. She's like, baby, why didn't you swap them tops?
I've never.
I said, hold up. What?
Swap them tops.
She's like, get you a Velveeta. Get you a block of Velveeta.
Okay.
Get you a block of the generic shit.
Okay.
Twist the tops. And instead of paying $11, you would have paid $5.49 for the Velveeta. And I'm like, and you work here.
Yo, I wonder how many motherfucking times I've done that, and I've ended up buying some goddamn.
Listen, now, ladies and gentlemen, when you buy a Velveeta, pull that fucking top off and check and see if it's Velveeta. Because you know how many times you've been eating great value cheese when you paid for Velveeta?
Okay. Now I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember to do this.
If you decide that you want to push the envelope and swap a top, you didn't hear it from us. Even though this is online.
This is not legal advice. I do not approve of this message.
And that is from Jennifer Frederick.
Yeah, there you go, Jen. Do the thing. Do the thing real quick.
You cannot endorse that.
We are not to go swap tops at your local grocery store. It is not legal. It is stealing, and it is wrong.
Yo, but shout out to the person who told you that
information. Shout out to whoever came up with that.
I love her. That is fantastic.
That really
that's some good shit. I ain't gonna lie. I would have never thought of that.
Never.
I've been checking my Velveeta ever since.
Can we can we talk about grocery shopping again though? Can we?
Yeah, what you got?
Go ahead.
My time. Okay, so here's my thing about grocery shopping. Right, we have to keep in mind that I have a couple of factors that make it to where grocery shopping is already like a chore for me. Number one, I don't cook. So let's start there, right? When I have to go to the grocery store, it's typically not for me. It's typically for somebody else, which already makes me not want to do it. Number two, I live like in like the city with like these like and like when I say like the city, I mean like one of those like shitty cities. Like I don't live in a good city. I don't live in like
Jennifer lives in Baltimore.
I live in downtown Baltimore.
And y'all still have not been.
I live in Indianapolis. Yet. What are you talking about?
And I live in Jacksonville. Let me tell you something about Jacksonville.
Talking about.
Let me tell you something about Jacksonville.
There is no grocery store in Uniontown.
There's no grocery store near. I cannot walk.
No. See, you're missing what I'm saying. And see, this is the point. Y'all are talking about grocery stores that like localized. I live in a place where there's like grocery stores fucking everywhere. Like everywhere, right? So everybody's always at the grocery store. There's never a time when people aren't at the grocery store. Okay?
Yeah.
So grocery store experiences for me over the past 4 years are anxiety inducing. If I do not have both of my headphones in when I am grocery shopping, I will have a panic attack in the store. Like 100%. It has happened every single time because there are so many people in Jacksonville.
Okay, I understand because
So-
I cannot go to Walmart.
Fucking suck.
Listen. Pick up your mic. And say it with me. Repeat after me. Pick it up even farther. Pick up and delivery.
Oh, I'm like,
Say pick up.
yeah, pick up and delivery.
Pick up and delivery. That's what
I'll do pick up and delivery all day. That's
pick
fine.
up and delivery.
But J.E.'s talking about like strolling the stores. Unless you want me to start punching boxes of fucking pancake mix, y'all don't want me strolling the stores in Walmart.
Even in Indianapolis, like J.E.'s is right. Like on my way home from work, like I usually leave the office around 3:00. So it'll be 2:00 for y'all, J.E.'s. And school is either already out or hasn't gotten out yet.
Right.
So, and I usually go up to the Richie Kroger's anyway.
Okay.
Now I'll take the profiling, but the variety is a lot better there. So.
The thing about Jacksonville, it don't matter where you go. There ain't no Richie places unless you go on a Whole Foods. And let me tell you one thing that's not about to happen. And this ain't no disrespect to anybody who goes to Whole Foods. It's going to be a long time before you see Sean Finn in some Whole Foods. I'm just throwing that out there.
Listen, Whole Foods and Fresh Market. Don't forget Fresh Market.
Oh, so Fresh Market is actually
them.
down the road for me right now.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there's gonna be some time before I end up. I'll tell you, the only reason I end up in the Fresh Market parking lot is to go to BurgerFi. Shout out BurgerFi.
BurgerFi is pretty good, man.
BurgerFi is fantastic.
Pretty good.
Unpopular opinion: BurgerFi is better than Five Guys for one
I've
simple
never
reason.
heard of BurgerFi before. What is this?
One simple reason. One simple reason. The simple reason is BurgerFi won't kill you. Five Guys, if you eat like 3 Five Guys burgers, you have a 50% chance of dying.
I can think of probably.
I feel like you're right.
Bigger than it. I mean,
I know I'm right.
If you want to keep it real, like you find a good Steak and Shake or a good Culver's, their burgers are better than fucking Five Guys. I will put a Hardee's burger over Five Guys.
I'm not doing that.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
crazy.
doing that.
I said I
too
would.
far.
I said I would.
That might be
You're
fine.
going too far.
I'm still saying you're crazy.
I know. Listen, hold up, J.E. Hold up.
You're going too far.
Did you get your pan of chitlins yet?
Oh, it's way better than Hardee's. I'm not doing that.
I doubt it.
Hold on.
I've eaten at Hardee's.
Hold on.
I've eaten at Hardee's twice in the past 3 years. Both times projectile vomit. I don't know what they're doing with that.
What Hardee's were you eating?
You need to go to a new Hardee's.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
that's what I want to know. What Hardee's were you eating?
There was that one. Okay, it's maybe a little bit further back. That one that was in Marion before it closed.
Okay, I understand. I understand
that one's trash.
And there was one when I was in where was Tennessee? I was in Tennessee somewhere.
That was mistake number 2.
What do you mean mistake number 2? This is the South.
Yeah, but you ain't going
that Hardee's.
Yeah, but I mean,
what Hardee's are y'all talking about that meet you at the door with somebody showing you where to sit at? It's the Hardee's.
The Hardee's on 80 in Selma.
What the hell Hardee's is doing that?
I'm not doing that. That's what y'all talking about. Hardee's is Hardee's.
No, the last Hardee's I went to, the one in Indy, I was sitting there talking to the dude about Pokemon.
Oh, up in Castleton?
Oh, Castleton, yeah.
Was up in Castleton? Yeah.
I was talking to the dude about Pokemon. He's like, man, is that the new Pokemon game? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, is it any good? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not even my regular Hardee's.
No,
wasn't that bad.
I'm not doing Hardee's.
That's not it.
Oh, I will say though.
Which Pokemon game were you playing?
I was playing the new one, Scarlet or Violet.
Hardee's breakfast is good though. I'll give you that.
Man, listen, Hardee's breakfast is good. You just tripping. See, you need to open your fucking third eye. That's your problem.
See, Jays, I do have a question about that third eye though. I do have a question about that third eye. Why is it that your glasses for your third eye is the only thing that's covered? I feel like it should be the other way around. I feel like your third eye should be transparent and and the other one should be sunglasses.
That's why the Hardee's stays nasty to him because he can't see.
Because
can't see out the third eye.
because not everybody is worthy of seeing that. You have to be able to break. You have to be able to open certain doors and be trusted with that. And even then, it's only given a certain level.
I use mine to figure out who I can and can't trust. So I feel like
Yeah.
operating on
You
different
should
frequencies.
rely on your third
James.
eye and go try Hardee's one more time.
No, you know what? The last time Hardee's was good to me was I had an ex who was working there. And check this out. It was in Marion. I had an ex who was working there. I graduated high school before she did, and she started working there after I graduated. I went to see her one day, right? Everything was cool. I remember the staff looking at me with the smiles or whatever, like, oh, that's her boyfriend, whatever, cool. Nothing. I found out months later she was cheating with somebody that she worked with.
Oh
but,
no.
But my now wife was also working there. And she told me she seen me come in a couple times and she knew what was going on, but didn't tell me because it was none of her business because she didn't know me.
Look, hold on, wait. Hold on.
That was none of my business, big dog.
Hey,
I can't be bad at it for that. I can't be bad at it for that. To me, you know what that shows to me? That shows to me that she's trustworthy. And I would sit there and I'd go, you know what? There you go. That's it right there.
Jay, you remember when Hardee's used to sell chicken? Like, not chicken tenders. Like,
no,
you can go get a fucking 10-piece.
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't know how they was doing it.
Sean, listen.
Where
the
they pulled
early
the chicken
2000s,
from?
they stopped that shit in like 2003, 2004.
I need to hear this.
Man, listen. For $7.99, right?
Sounds like
You can
2003,
get, I want to say
2004
it was,
prices.
I want to say you can get 20 pieces of chicken.
Define pieces of chicken.
Like legs, thighs, breast. Like
you
chicken.
talking about like a KFC family meal bucket?
Yes.
Yeah.
At Hardee's?
At Hardee's.
Yes.
That sounds just as bad as when I went to Bojangles in fucking Alabama. And everybody was on crack. Every one of them.
Sean.
Happy crack, too.
Sean, I don't think you understand. Chicken has not tasted the same since Hardee's stopped selling it. If Hardee's was to bring that chicken back at the old recipe, if they were using the old recipe on the tenders, they give Zaxby's and Foosackleys and Cane's, all these motherfuckers a run for their money.
But see, Lionel, you gotta understand though that it's all a conspiracy, because if you look at the Hardee's logo, I think the Hardee's logo is also the what is it, the red burrito logo, and one of the logos has like a closed eye, and any time that you close an eye, that's some conspiracy. So what happened was that in 2003, 2004. They sold their soul to the Illuminati.
Break it down.
And then they changed their logos. The star, the points on the star, if you trace it out in a certain way, you'll get a pentagram. If you just like trace it out, put the lines in it and turn it, you'll get a pentagram, right?
Yeah.
And then the hat for the red burrito is like Texas. So they're talking about how like Hardee's sold their soul in Texas. And they go through and they cover the eye, because apparently anytime you cover your eye, that's conspiracy.
And what else, Sean? Listen, Hardee's, the singular Hardee, right?
Hardee?
Hardee. That's 6 letters. And if you eat at Hardee's 3 times, that's 666.
And look, and look, what do they serve? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Look at that. 3.
Is it me? Or do I smell a conspiracy?
You know what?
Can I use this moment? Yeah, I'm about to say, can we transition into this conversation? Because I got some shit I need to say.
Hold up. We're going.
Food, I was judged recently for something that I admit by one Lionel here, for something that I came out and said, and I found out I had a family in the comment section. And I appreciate it. I felt like I belonged.
If you bring it up bright and early, you need to show me receipt.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It was the McDonald's fish fillet.
Nasty motherfucker. You want to try? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I forgot to write down. We got you. Hold on, put a pin in it. We're coming back to it. Sean, what you got?
You talking about on like conspiracies? Now we might
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to the fish fillet thing because I'm gonna be on the conspiracy thing for a minute.
Okay,
I'm gonna be on there for a minute.
Mr. Ease, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, Jen will be your attorney for free.
And
This
Jen,
one
and
will
Jen,
not
so-
be provided to you.
Do you understand your rights and do you wish to speak to us?
Yeah.
Okay. Defend yourself.
Look, man.
Nasty
So-
motherfucker.
So the fish fillet,
what kind of fish is it?
it's a fillet.
No.
I'm
Fillet is a
fucking
cut.
with you. I'm fucking with you. I don't know specifically.
I
ain't
know
gonna
you
even
don't
front.
know. I don't think
know
it's fish.
specifically.
I don't think
think
McDonald's knows.
It's too clean to be fish. If you cut that shit
let us
open, that
speak.
shit
Hold
is
on,
white.
Sean.
You know what?
Let us speak. Let us speak.
Sean is the last person on here that I would debate any seafood about because I understand where he's from. I'm not going there with him.
Listen,
So if
Thank you.
he has
Hold up.
if he has a vote of no, I would accept that no, but I'm not accepting it anywhere.
Sean is an expert on crawfish and shrimp. That's it.
Crab,
And crab. That's it.
oysters,
Shellfish.
So the
Oysters.
fish fillet,
Shellfish.
I found out a couple things in the comment
That's not
section
fish
that I
person.
don't do. Some people go double fish fillet. Some add lettuce. Some even add a tomato. A lot of them apparently go extra tartar sauce. I know Keisha do. I don't go to McDonald's often, and even when I do, I don't get the fish fillet often. But every time I've gotten the fish fillet, it has been damn near perfect.
I want. How many times do these people in the comments have done crack? Because I feel like there's a correlation
Why do
between
y'all go
crack.
to McDonald's?
Okay, to be fair, I go to
Okay, Jen.
McDonald's for breakfast
Yeah,
every morning.
Jen.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate to
Jen,
admit it.
Okay,
but like,
listen.
I
Jen,
fuss with the McDonald's.
all right.
I ain't gonna even front.
Jen,
I'm
and
still
look,
waiting for
and
the
look,
snack wrap to
and
come
listen,
back.
and listen. Hot and spices will always fresh hot and
Listen.
spicy. A fresh
Yes.
one.
have you
Yes.
tried the McDonald's TikTok hack?
No,
about to
because
stop.
all the places in Jacksonville said if y'all bring that fucking TikTok hack shit here, we ain't doing it.
I believe it.
Okay,
believe
but you can do this TikTok
I
hack
believe it.
without McDonald's even knowing anything.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So I'm gonna sound like an ultra fat ass. All right.
You look like an
What you
ultra
got?
old head, but you know.
What you got?
Seth Rogen, lizard looking ass. Shut up. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was in Baltimore.
TikTok hack for McDonald's.
Okay, yeah. I was in Baltimore. Down at the rail yards, down in Canton.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on TikTok. I was waiting for trucks, and then this fucking McDonald's TikTok came up, where this guy ordered a McDouble, right? And he ordered a McChicken plain.
I seen somebody do this.
And
I
he
seen
took
it.
the fucking McDouble or the McChicken patty, spicy or regular, whatever one he had,
Yeah.
and he put it on his McDouble and called it a McGang.
Gangbang. Yeah, that is like
Listen,
I seen it.
and I was like,
I'm
all
not
right,
willing to try it.
I'm
but I seen
going. And I went and got a McChicken and a McDouble.
and they
plain.
laughed at you in the back.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because they didn't know what I was getting. They just know I got a
Well,
McChicken.
yeah,
and a McDouble and a
so you
fry.
got it and made it yourself.
Yeah, you got to make it yourself.
Okay.
And then, I got my fries and, I put barbecue sauce on it. Man, it was fire.
Now I like the element of the barbecue sauce.
You know, it's
Dude,
so funny
It's
because
the only
I just called
condiment I
Lional
eat
an old
on
head,
burgers
but this
because
is
I don't
like
like mayonnaise or ketchup or mustard.
this is like one of the oldest like secret menu fast food items like in the world. It's gotta be.
I don't do mayo at fast food restaurants because they don't know what I mean when I say light mayo. They still dump it on there. So I just say, don't do it. Just don't give it to me. Only time I accept it is if I can put it on there myself. I like a nice thin layer. That's it. Thin layer.
I don't
That's
think
disgusting.
McDonald's mayo is mayo because
Oh, I'm talking about any restaurant.
that shit don't taste like mayo.
That shit's disgusting.
I don't think any of McDonald's food is what they say it is.
Hey,
so.
man, look.
Yeah,
Hey,
but the
Jen,
mayo,
all
the
right.
mayo's little.
McDonald's hired Calvin, okay? He got Calvin out the hood. So I'm always
And then listen, they
support.
did the R&B commercial in 06.
What? With the nuggets? Come on.
I
Give me a
don't.
chicken nugget. You got a whole 10-piece.
I do not want to talk about that goddamn commercial,
You got a 10-piece, don't be stingy.
bro. That shit was. I remember the first time that came on.
Our
was
mom
like,
made
what?
us harmonize
That
that.
song was dope though. That song was
Song
dope.
was good.
I enjoyed it.
Song
I
was good.
enjoyed it. It was better than what Mary J was doing for KFC.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that made me feel. So,
I didn't like the way that made me feel. So, Jays, what is your defense on the fish fillet? Is that all you got?
Yeah.
oh, look. So when they have the other burgers, it's just, and I've worked at a McDonald's, so I know the thing that they send through.
But yet you still don't know what the fish is.
Look, man, I see what they do with the buns for just burgers. I don't remember exactly what they did for the fish fillet because that's always a 100% fresh, warm bun. I don't know what they do for it. Every time the fish fillet feels like it comes with a different bun or something. I go regular tartar sauce. I could do with or without the sliced cheese. I'm thinking about trying it tomorrow with lettuce.
I never
yes,
understood
cheese is on it.
I never understood the cheese. I never understood the cheese.
I never understood it either, but it works.
I never understood the cheese.
Listen, I gotta draw the line.
Look, man,
at
fish fillet is good.
Listen,
fish fillet is good.
You. I don't want to call you by your government name. J.E.'s. Walked your happy ass, third eye and all.
Yeah.
The third eye even told you, like, hey,
to the
this
McDonald's.
is okay.
Listen,
this is okay.
Him and his motherfucking third eye was like, fish fillet.
Yes.
All the burgers and chicken and salads and all the shit on the menu. Give me that square ass fish patty.
And even the snack wraps.
And you know what?
Because I know for a fact.
They're not back yet.
No, but that's not the point. I know for a fact you were eating that damn fish fillet while the snack wraps were out.
Oh, no. I was all snack wrap all the time.
Nasty motherfucker. If the fish fillet looked
it was
like
expensive, but
fish,
I was all snack wrap all the time.
I would not eat it still, but I wouldn't be like, y'all some nasty motherfuckers.
So
if
wait,
it looked like a piece of fish.
So if the fish fillet was served anywhere else, y'all would eat it there?
I would not eat the fish fillet anywhere.
I would not eat a fish sandwich at a restaurant that wasn't known for fish.
Fish sandwiches anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like if the fish fillet was served at, I don't know, Captain D's, would you eat it at Captain D's?
No, because I don't eat Captain D's.
Yes, I would eat it.
What the hell is wrong with Captain D's?
Listen, we've already been through this with Sean.
I'm realizing now I'm in the gutter.
Yeah, you in the trenches, bro.
Jays, I don't know.
I'm down there. Like y'all
right there.
Y'all help me realize that every time that I am down there.
Well, okay, so you got to understand. It's kind of like you said earlier with like the Louisiana. I don't know anybody in Louisiana who ate Captain D's or Long John Silver's.
Okay,
Long John wasn't like fucking disgusting.
Like I used to pass those places constantly, and like I thought they were like closed. And then one day my dad pulled up at one. He's like, "I want a fried green tomato," and I said, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Now listen, you let them fucking plant
I want a fried
D's within 20 minutes of my residence, and watch, I won't be there.
Look, the best Captain D's I had was in Mobile. I know exactly where it is every time I've gone down.
I know exactly where it is too. There's only one in Mobile.
It's on Airport Road.
It's on Airport.
There we go.
It's on Airport. I know exactly where that is at.
I thought there was more than one.
No, I know exactly where that's at.
There's not.
You gotta remember, all three of us went to college in Mobile.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. Since y'all been out, have y'all been to Africa Town? Did y'all ever go out there?
No.
I'm still waiting to go out there because I know the bright. Well, it's hard to say bright history. I know part of the positive of it, but the weird, strange, ugly, unnecessarily negative parts about it is how, of course, it's named Africa Town. And we know it's Africa Town because of the last slaves that came over here illegally. They, eventually bought it. But all of the places around Africa Town are owned by one of the people who brought them here. And they refused to sell it, basically, to the community.
So
we sound like Alabama for you.
So I remember my freshman.
So I'm still waiting to go down there. And I drive by it when I take a load down to Pritchard. I drive by that exit every time, but I haven't had a chance to go down there and actually.
What are you bringing to Pritchard?
Yeah, what could you
Cement.
possibly?
I gotta know. What?
Cement.
You bringing what?
Cement. Concrete.
Oh.
But you know what?
I heard him say
it,
cement.
No, I have to say it's cement because it's not concrete yet. When I have it, it's still dust. And it blows out of that trailer into a silo that's mixed with water and mud and rocks, and then it becomes.
Is there a possibility we could say cement?
No,
I said cement. I'm from Alabama.
I'm gonna stand with you on that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll also say cement, but I don't know.
Get your mind.
You thought I was saying semen?
And you said it 3 times. So I, mean, I don't know.
Look, man,
I don't know what y'all heard.
Last time I was taking semen to Pritchard was in 2006 or 7 when I wasn't supposed to be doing that. But I was getting paid for it in 2. So, that's different.
So anyway,
can I ask why?
I don't want to know. Keep it, please.
Can we pause it and I could ask why?
No, you don't have to pause it because I'm gonna release all this stuff eventually. That was during the time when I was a whole ass escort.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that was a shower date.
That was excuse me?
All right. So no.
That was a what?
I looked at his third eye and know what he's talking about. No, we're not. Not on this episode. No. Listen.
What a couple.
What?
No. That was a shower date. Like I was scared. That ain't none of our business. That ain't none of our business.
You were gonna tell me what that means after this podcast. I need to know.
I say it this way. To get prepared for it, they gave me a gallon of water. So what were you about to say, Lionel?
Can we talk about conspiracies now?
No, hold on. No, actually, no. You don't know.
Yeah, I do. I didn't even do anything.
You asked.
You're guilty of being a nasty ass menu eater. JE's.
Oh man.
How do you plead?
I don't eat the McRib.
You want to know something? I've never cared for the McRib.
I've
tried
it once,
and it's just like
I don't eat it like that.
It ain't it.
I like the sauce. That's about it.
I've never tried it.
Anybody watching?
You deserve to at least try it, Jennifer. You should at least. I think
the only
that would require me to go to a McDonald's, which Sean and Lionel attest to. I don't do.
What is it?
Does not go McDonald's.
I will not eat it.
Do you feel the same way about Taco Bell then?
No.
Shit, me and Jennifer cruised all around Baltimore looking for them damn wings.
And look, and I was telling that story to my students the other day. They were like, Taco Bell wings? I'm like, Taco Bell wings.
I'm kind of a hypocrite. I just realized because I'm getting on you for eating something like,
and I'm not eating wings at Taco Bell.
At a burger joint.
No, stop.
But let me tell.
We went to 3 different Taco Bells all over.
I'm not doing it.
Jay's these wings.
Line in the drive-thru.
Let me tell you, we went to 4 spots, right, in Baltimore. There was one that was close that we should have tried, but we figured they wouldn't have it. We went to parts of Baltimore where we really should not have gone. Okay.
I think we saw a McDonald's that was also offering COVID shots. I think it was a McDonald's.
Yeah. It was a McDonald's. Right. Can I get a number 2 with no mayo? And let me get one of them COVID shots, because that's how they say it in fucking Baltimore.
Yeah.
COVID. And so we got the wings. That was cheap too. It was like, what did we get? Like 10 a piece?
I don't know, but they were good.
I'm gonna tell you though. So imagine you got some chicken wings, right?
Okay.
They washed and dried and they're ready for you to season.
Word.
And you throw some taco seasoning on them and fry them. Nah.
It was good.
Nah.
But that shit was good.
That shit was good. That shit was good.
But I'm concerned. Jennifer is willing to go to Taco Bell, but not McDonald's because she's not sure about what the meat is.
No. I
Heard
don't
the rumors about the
give a
Taco
shit
Bell
what the
meat?
meat is. I don't give a shit. I don't believe it's meat, but I don't give a shit what the meat is.
So what's the reason?
I ate a ton of it in high school, and now it tastes processed to me.
That's an excellent point. I got you.
Because Jen is not very picky. Let me tell you.
No, I'm not. I will
Jen's not
eat
picky.
just about anything.
That makes all the sense in the world. Got you.
Listen, I took Jen to where did we go? We went to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, it was more like Jen took me to DC because I had never been. And
Lionel drove, I gave directions.
and I still ended up getting a motherfucking ticket.
Okay.
Whack ass cop, fake ass cop. Anyway,
Did you get pulled over by a mall cop?
police ass nigga.
No, it was a really poorly labeled "Don't park here" sign.
Oh,
It was covered up by. We didn't see it.
It wasn't there. We didn't see. It wasn't there.
Lionel maintains there was no sign. No
the
sign.
curb where no parking. The curb was red where you weren't supposed to park, and I was
It's
15
not where we parked.
away from that red. Came back, $50 ticket. Fuck you, DC. Y'all some bitch ass niggas over there. Anyway, me and Jen go to what was it? Henry's Cafe.
I think so.
We got the same thing. I'm sitting here struggling with my 5-piece wing and 2 sides. I'm looking over Jen, little ass finger. She maneuver on the flats. Let me tell you, Jay. Jen's fingers are so small she can hold a flat and use that finger and come on and get the meat out of the middle of the fucking.
No.
I have seen Jen. I have 110% seen Jen do this. I think that is.
Never registered that is something that other people can't do.
No, I can't.
Black people have come up with so many ways to get all the meat off a flat. But never had that thought of just taking the finger and doing this shit right here.
I do the thing.
Sean, you look stupid.
I do the thing that I found out
What
when I was eating wings around somebody in whom I had like just met pretty much. It was like a group of people. We went to what was it, like an Applebee's or something when I was in college. And at the time I was still a drums guy. I'm now team flats. I don't know how that happened, but I do the thing where you put the flat in and you just take it out and like all the meat is off it. And I didn't know that was quote unquote questionable for a man to do.
I thought you had to come with you.
It's like, and I remember being so confused at that
We are
conversation.
not about to sit here and try to make chicken wing eating gay. We ain't about to do that. That's not about to happen. I'm sorry. I'm not going to accept it.
Was confused for the entire night of how they was making that a thing.
I would have been so lost.
I would have been like, man, eat the fucking chicken.
I was like, bro, what correlation are you making here? and whatever that correlation is, if you, sir, are not gay, why are you seeing me doing that and that pops up in your mind? Like, I was very confused for the entire night of why they was doing that.
According to Twitter, it's gay for a man to eat dessert.
Yeah.
According to Twitter, it's gay to wash your ass, which is a whole thing in and of itself.
Did y'all see the TikTok where a girlfriend discovered her boyfriend didn't use soap in the shower?
Oh
yeah.
God.
Because she put like a what did she put?
She
like
put one of them
underneath the
lines.
snow.
Yeah.
She put a little line under literally everything in the shower, and she's like, "Did you use soap?" And he's like, "I used water." And we're all just like,
and then he goes to touch her, and she's like, "Don't fucking touch me! Don't fucking touch me! What's wrong with you?" Like, oh my God!
Look, the first time I learned that dudes start washing your ass was gay. It was actually in the hood, and I don't even know how the conversation got started, but he was like, "Man, I don't do that crack shit. That shit gay."
I don't do that crack shit.
I remember.
Hey, yo, I'm going home.
I don't do that crack shit.
I remember as a teenager thinking, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just go along with this, but I'm confused and how that makes you gay, and
So
how literally washing your ass makes you gay.
I just came up with another way to be able to get to people who say
This is so
washing your
weird.
ass is gay. And I want y'all to really think about this and go home and ponder this if you think washing your ass is gay. You telling me you rocking with the same shit in your ass from a week ago?
Yeah,
About a week ago?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you okay with that?
That's what they're doing.
That's some manly shit. Gotta tell you.
That is what they're doing.
Have you ever left shit sitting out for a week?
That is what they're doing.
That's what you smell like.
Can we get back to wings before we get to conspiracy theories and then we get to these album reviews?
Okay.
Have y'all ever had a chicken wing Ricky Bobby style?
No.
No.
Okay,
I don't
apparently
know.
it's a Midwest thing, and it was the best. I don't think I can ever go back to like eating wings regular. I paid $1 to eat them Ricky Bobby style now. So what they do?
Okay.
So let's say you order a wing dipped in sauce, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you get your wings, they fry them, and then they, toss them in the sauce and they bring them to you. Okay, happy chicken wing, decent. Ricky Bobby style is when you order a chicken wing and it's you order your sauce and they bake, they fry it and then they, base them in the sauce and then they bake them.
Okay.
And so they come out like crispy as shit. Ricky Bobby style.
I might have had that, but I can't tell you it was called that.
Right. I may have had that.
I
good,
definitely have not had that before.
Sounds good.
I mean, the next time you throw some wings, you do some wings, put the oven at 400, drop them in some whatever sauce you put them in and bake them for a little while. Shit.
Oh, tonight I'm going stuffed baked potatoes. I'm stuffing the fuck out of them. So we, of course, is doing the regular butter and chives and sour cream, but it's
on a Wednesday.
some chopped,
God damn.
yeah, some chopped steak
night.
in that joint.
You know what I have for dinner?
Some mixed shredded cheese, broccoli. Yeah, I'm doing the whole joint.
You putting steak in the baked potato? You putting it in the baked potato?
Yeah, cook
How
the
big are
steak,
these
chop them up,
potatoes?
and put them in the potato. Oh, fat ass potatoes. Like I don't even know if they should. I don't even know if they should be that big potatoes. So yeah, some of those.
I dig it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I have for dinner? Fucking hamburger helper.
I had ramen, so like you're still ahead of me.
I ate a whole pizza.
My man, I like that.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
All right,
That shit was
son.
good.
You got 4 minutes to talk about conspiracy theories, and then we're moving on to the reviews.
Okay. So I've been a teacher for 4 years, and I have students who very much so will come to school and tell me what their parents believe, right? And I just want to say, some of y'all need to get outside. And this is coming from a person who does not go outside. Like,
y'all need to go touch some grass.
Some of y'all, no, you got to do more than touch grass. You need to take some dirt and put it on your face, because some of y'all be coming up with the weirdest things when it comes to damn conspiracies. Like, I don't understand. And what I don't understand is, like, I get it. Like, conspiracies are like everywhere. And like, you could have like small conspiracies and like big conspiracies. But some of y'all be making up conspiracies that are just like way harder to believe than if you just say, you know what, that might just be possible. It might just be possible that, COVID wasn't, passed by eating bats. Like, it just might be possible. Maybe that might be the case. That's just a small example. But I think the thing that gets me the most, right? The one that gets me the most is the music industry conspiracies. And here's why. Okay. Number one.
Oh, man.
The music industry is not the only industry in the world that exploits its workers.
Every industry does that.
Okay.
The fact that employees are being exploited for the things that they do to make other people richer is not something that is just for the music industry.
That's called a job.
That is like
that is so not novel. That is called
like
capitalism.
okay. Okay. The second thing. Okay. The industry is not gonna flip when an artist puts out one good song and then all of a sudden you see them wearing like jewelry and doing photo shoots. I promise you.
Because it
I
was so funny.
promise you. They
So
did
funny.
not get paid that well for that photo shoot.
It was so funny.
Okay. Now, what I'm referencing here, right? The thing I'm referencing here, and I mean no disrespect to Glorilla, but Glorilla did a photo shoot. And she had a picture.
Yeah.
Where she had covered her one eye, her nose, her mouth, like she just kind of did like this. Right? Yeah. And they had people in the comments so confused, and they were like, well, there she goes. And I'm like looking at the tattoo. I'm looking at the rings. I'm trying to figure out what everything's saying, only to find out that they talk about the fact that she covered her eye.
Yeah.
Meaning that she doesn't see anything. Meaning that she, and I shit you not, okay? Mind you, we are talking about Glorilla, okay? Now listen, I love Miss Glorilla.
G to the L to the O, Big Glow.
Look, Big Glow. I love Miss Glow, truly. If she wants to hit me up one day, I'm totally cool with that. I love Miss Glow. Listen. And I have all the respect in the world. I think she's very talented. I don't think she's big enough for the people who are supposed to be on top of the world to be going after her. And I don't think I don't think that's where we are with Glorilla, right? Like I really don't think that's the case. But like they were like going they were nuts about this.
They were in there.
And then the thing that got me to really go on this rant, there is this specific video that now comes up every single time that an artist is like potentially throwing out like Illuminati stuff, right? It is this dude. I don't know his name. You don't know his name. No one knows his name. He's in a barbershop with a bunch of dudes. I don't know their names. You don't know their names. No one knows their names. And this man is talking about the industry. And what he's saying, right?
Before you go forward, stay right there, because I think I found out what show this is he's doing, and the show has gotten bigger since then. But it's a show it's a show led by a guy who's been very successful in the rap battling leagues. Because since he's had Joe Budden on, he's had Slaughterhouse, well, the two members who are the two Slaughterhouse split up, whatever. Fat Joe has been on there, et cetera, et cetera. So during the earlier parts of this show, if it's the same show, that's what this no-name dude was.
Cool. Yeah. I appreciate that insight. I'm going to have to look into this a little more. But he goes on here, and I only see like one clip of this, where he is talking about how the industry is like, he's talking like gay stuff.
Yeah,
in the industry, which is not a new thing, right? People have been talking about that. Literally, all the rappers from the 90s said the same fucking thing. Oh, yeah, the executives all wanted me to fuck them in the ass. Listen, okay? I have a hard time believing that. I really do. I want to start there, because I'm going to be honest with you. There ain't many people who I know that would look at Snoop Dogg and go, that's what I want right there. That's what I want behind me. I'm just throwing that out there. Now that's one thing in and of itself. We'll keep going. This guy is like talking, and the only thing that makes this video like where people are like, oh, he's really spitting some shit, is number one, he's saying stuff that the tinfoil hat people keep on. Right? And number two, there's this one guy who like catches that like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about, right? And he looks at him with this look of, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And everybody has taken that as he's saying, no, my brother, why are you saying that? Like,
yeah.
listen. Okay. And I just want to say this during Black History Month. Okay, because I feel like people need to hear this. Okay. You ready?
You better tread lightly, nigga.
If there is a secret society amongst all of us that are making the decisions and running the music industry, I promise you it's not going to be the rappers. Because I guarantee you they do not want those individuals making the decisions. Because the world would look a lot different if Jay-Z, Nas, and Pusha T were making decisions instead of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and somebody else. So please, you see how I got my hands like this? Please.
Sean, see, look.
To show you how to show you how on point he is about that. The group I was with, Gambit Family, we're nowhere near mainstream anything. We didn't get that far. We didn't get that close. But Gambit Family had a sound that was different from the sound that was in Montgomery and the sound that was mostly in Alabama. And smoke and mirrors in terms of promotion and stuff like that and marketing and stuff can make it look like you're doing far more than what you're actually doing. So when we were doing shows in New York and shit, it was cool. Whatever is, I'm not saying it's a small thing. And the shows at TI Club, all that shit, it was cool. I started doing something where somebody said, yeah, I remember when that nigga was cool, but I ain't with all that devil worshiping shit that he be doing. And I found out what he thought it was about. So I would start doing this thing where I would do this and I would put it next to my eye like this. And I went and got this tattoo, the Horror's Eye tattoo, and I wanted to show it off as much. And so anytime there was a picture, like I would do this or something like that. And like you said, hide another eye shit. Then where I am now, and I'm wearing glasses like this one. My favorite one, this one. When I tell you, and I can show y'all the messages, when I launched my artist page on Facebook, I had an ad, and out of that ad, because of the imagery on there that I used in the video, almost all the messages I was getting was from people asking me, how can they join the Illuminati? They thought that I could lead them into initiate. I'm not shitting you.
Why?
As a matter of fact,
Oh my God.
I posted some of these pictures on some of the screenshots on my page. All of them more than willing to follow something that's not even real, by the way.
This was the perfect time.
The Illuminati is an actual.
I know you had them.
You could have been an LLC.
You had sprung the LLC trap, and you
had the LLC trap going.
Jay-E's, we could have had a cult. Jay's, we could be the But Peep This cult.
I had a homie who said, better you than me, because them motherfuckers would have been in a cult today.
That's what I'm saying.
I could see a Montgomery nigga going, I don't like that devil worshiping shit.
Here's the
Jay's
thing.
over here still like this.
Here's the thing. I'm not oblivious to what this shit looks like. I'm not oblivious to the fact that if they see this behind me, then they're thinking some wild shit is going on in this house. Honestly,
it's a zodiac
to
sign.
A point.
I was gonna say,
it's zodiac signs.
Yeah.
Who is looking at that going?
Oh, they're looking at this.
Devil worshiping.
That's that devil worshiping shit.
That's the devil worshiping. That's the devil worshiping. Like, what the fuck?
So,
I ain't with that devil.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
To a degree, I kind of fuck with them just to see how far they would take this shit.
I've noticed that you've done that on your Facebook. I've noticed because your visuals have gotten wilder and wilder. And I even have points going, is Jay's trying to do something here? Like,
after the third one, I was like, this nigga trolling.
yeah, like he gotta be doing
This nigga
something. Because
trolling.
they
He
ain't no
trolling.
way.
Because look, the one I
trolling.
just put out is a turntable with the black line and the white circle. If you turn the turntable, it look like it's trying to hypnotize you. Then it blends in with the cloak that I got with the all-seeing eye, but you can't see it unless you pause it and look at it. So yeah.
This nigga
So
trolling.
point, I am.
But
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see how far I can go.
You could go. I guarantee you can go pretty far. But I want to wrap up my statements on this conversation by saying, for those of you who believe that everything is a conspiracy, I have something for you, like a statement for you. Okay, I keep it under this hat, and it's there.
Little head ass.
So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So what? So Sean, what you trying to tell me is that his Gucci Man ain't a clone? You trying to tell me we ain't seeing the clone Gucci Man out here?
Oh, also,
the real Gucci Man
especially on that clone shit. Quit saying DeMar Hamilton's a clone. Let that man live his life. He almost fucking died.
He did die.
That man ain't a clone.
He did die.
I'm talking about like dead.
Like, yeah, he was dead, and they brought him back.
Like he wasn't coming back. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about
So the same people who believe that are the people who I just found out believe, one, Trump is still president, and two, there are two different militaries.
I love
Trump running the good military, and Biden is running the bad one.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Everything going on in Ukraine, is a bunch of actors. It's not a real war.
Hold on, wait. I need my all-seeing eye for this one. Hold up. I need my all-seeing eye for this one because I don't think I heard you properly. Did you just say... Did you just say that Biden is running the bad military?
Yes.
And Trump is running the good military?
I quit.
Yes.
Jen, I don't know if you want to do politics anymore. I don't know if you could compete with that.
I'm gonna tell you how they got
the good and bad military.
Of course, this was another segment by Jordan Kepler of The Daily Show. That was a rally for Trump recently, and he was talking to these two old ladies who was like, because they don't believe that the war between Russia and Ukraine is a real thing. And then there's other people who believe that that America is getting played, whatever.
We're barely involved.
So
barely involved.
So this one lady was like, yeah, Trump is still president. He was like, he is. Like, yeah, Trump is still president. He was like, so what is Biden doing? It was like, oh, that's not real. He's not really the president. So he said, so Trump is helping Ukraine right now in the war with Russia. And then she paused for a minute, and the other woman kind of tagged in and said, no, see, that's Biden's military. That's the bad military. Trump is still president, and he's running the good military. So,
by helping Russia.
My brain cells are dying, guys.
That's what I'm doing right here. That is what I'm doing.
My blood sugar is going through the roof right now.
I want to see the level of gymnastics that one has to do to get to these ideas. How?
I don't know if I was telling we and Jen were talking about this earlier this week, but United States GDP went up last quarter.
Okay.
So economics 101. GDP.
That ain't a recession.
Recession, no. GDP up, economy good.
Like
GDP down, economy
individuals are getting screwed over, but technically our economy is fine.
It's also like really specific things that are expensive when other things are. Like, for example, like eggs are expensive.
I got an egg plug now.
They're investigating that.
Well, I mean, I think
it was something about a bird flu.
Well, so that was the thing, is that Congress is investigating it because there's the bird flu, but there's no reason it should be as high as it is.
Correct. Yeah.
Got you.
It's
Got
definitely
you, got
it
you.
definitely seems like it's being used as like
But
an
see,
excuse.
also, like I told y'all last week, the funniest thing that I've seen since I've been out here fueling up like every day since I'm driving trucks is all of those Biden's I did that stickers. All of them are trying to be scratched off and pulled off.
Listen, Sean, how do you spell egg?
Those are hilarious.
How do
How
you
to spell egg?
Sean? Yeah.
EGG.
EGG.
GG.
So you need to take that money, that you're going to spend on an EGG, and you need to go get an LLC.
LLC.
Or you can get yourself an EEG. That is the operation where they hook up buttons and cords to your head to monitor your brain to see what is on your brain day to day if it ain't that LLC.
That's an EKG.
That's an EKG.
No, trust me. No. I've had it. It's an
EEG.
EEG.
You can
Yeah.
get an EKG of the brain. Hold up. I mean,
Yeah, look it up.
I feel like you.
The EEG.
We're pausing people to clear this up.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
Look, man.
Well,
Okay,
Jay
so
was right.
Yeah, I'm wearing my dunce hat because I was wrong.
Yeah.
So
I was wrong too.
Product out here, man.
I was wrong too.
Fair play.
But that don't
fair
change the fact.
You need to be whatever E's and G's you getting.
Right.
You need to be turning
to
all
be
that
getting
into
BAG.
L's and C's.
And going to get your LLC.
You didn't get
So
your two
in your
L's and a
pocket,
C.
You could have some money to tap in and turn that $100 to $800. Now, I think we do bullshitting for the week.
Yeah, that was a
Let's
decent amount of
talk
bullshit.
about Apartment 505.
Oh,
I didn't get the chance to listen to the album.
Of course you didn't.
oh.
I did watch the movie though, so like.
I did not watch the movie.
You missed a fucking great movie.
I-
Okay.
I would like to point out that I am in the process of moving. So movie time has not been possible.
I can dig it.
You know, Jesus turned water into wine.
Do I look like Jesus, motherfucker?
But you know what he didn't make?
What?
Excuses.
You think I give a fuck?
Bitch ass.
Actually, if you want to be technical,
Apartment 505.
yeah, I was about to say, don't try and hit me with the theology. You're gonna lose.
It's from a group called Coast Contra.
They did that wild ass freestyle that everybody's been seeing on the internet.
I don't know if y'all saw it on the internet. If you did, where were you? So I'm gonna go last because this was my album. So Jay and Sean can go.
Oh, you gonna go, Jace?
Oh no, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first because I don't have a ton to say. Because I only really got to listen to it once.
2 questions. Overall grade. Will you listen to the entire album again? You have to answer those.
Okay. Well, overall grade, I give it. Are we doing numbers? Or are we doing just letters? So I mean, honestly, I give.
Where have you been the past 3 weeks where we've been doing this?
Well, I just give letters. Y'all give numbers. So I'm trying to get it's like a
I was
standard
gonna say
thing.
I
So
gave a letter last week.
I apologize for me trying to find a standard fucking unit of measurement here. So what would you prefer, sir?
You're forgiven. Letter grade.
Letter grade. Fantastic. I'm gonna give it an A+. I truly think that, I mean, besides the fact that this like scratches an itch of like what I call like posse rap that I absolutely love, and especially posse rap out of the West Coast for some reason. Are they West Coast or East Coast?
They're both. They're from Philly. I think they're from Philly, and then they moved to LA.
Gotcha. So when I hear them, I hear a lot more of like modern West Coast vibes. And I love a good West Coast posse cut. Like I remember when we were first showed this album, I really enjoyed it, and then going back and listening to it again, absolutely fantastic.
I put Sean on this album.
Yeah, he did, absolutely. I would say top song that I like, Pimpin' Benjamin, absolutely fantastic. 505, absolutely fantastic. Queen and Slim, absolutely fantastic. Coop Dreams, absolutely fantastic. I don't remember if Apartment was a skip or if Get the Worm was a skip, but I think Apartment is a full song, right?
I don't think so. It's I think it's the very first song, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the first song, Apartment. APT. So would I listen to it again? Absolutely. I'm actually kind of a little upset that I wasn't able to really listen to it more than once this week. But you know, I really look forward to seeing what more Coast Contra has, because I think that this is a very talented group. Honestly, I'd say fairly unique. I don't really know of anybody who's doing around the same type of thing right now. We've seen it throughout rap history, but I don't know if we've seen it like this right now. I am also, and this is going to sound bad, but I mean, this is just kind of life in music. I'm also looking forward to see how they split up, because I am curious about what is in the creative mind of each one of these individuals. So, and that might sound a little morbid, but I mean, if Outkast couldn't make it, I don't think anybody can. So that's kind of how I feel. Personally.
I give you that.
Nah,
I can't even argue that.
I'm just saying, like, if Outkast couldn't make it from their first album, like, come on,
I mean, Run DMC is still together.
Yeah, and they're about to do their last shows this year.
But don't nobody care about that boom bap ass.
Yeah, they said they're not. They said they're not. This would be it. Like after this.
Somebody give me a Run DMC bar right now. Come on.
Also, it's tricky. It's tricky to rock a rise and rock a.
Y'all parents on the spot like that. Club
to it too.
It's tricky.
They call me sire. Something till I retire. That's like the classic one that comes to my head. But yeah,
count if you don't know the full line.
Y'all gotta stop putting people on the point, putting people on the spot with that, man. That's not fair.
That's half of what the show is.
That's not fair.
No, we know the music.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna
call Lional. Hold on. We gonna prove why you need to get better. Lional, give me a Kendrick bar.
Ooh.
Give me a good Kendrick bar.
Exactly.
Wait. Oh shit.
There we go.
Damn.
There we go.
You can't. Come on,
bro.
It's so many
like that, man.
It's so many.
You gotta pick one.
You can't put people on the spot like
that. Shit. Fuck you.
Can't do it.
Fuck.
You let me down. I gave you a softball. Here, let me try again. Give me a good crit bar.
See, you're doing.
I can physically come down and say he's the greatest, my favorite. Y'all should listen. He had potential to outlive the heat wave. I'm gonna send through this motherfucker and build for a whole other culture, and that wouldn't be enough. So fuck these haters, fuck these hoes. Damn right.
I still mean that.
Okay. I would have did overdose on hocus pocus, jibber jabber, snap of my fat. I don't even. No, I can't.
Snap of my stature is fire breathing dragon.
King of every castle.
How you signing rappers?
Okay.
All these labels will be given out a raffle.
It's an N word coming up in that show. You want to do it in February?
wrangling like cattle. Keep a shackle.
Why you put the emphasis on shackle?
Because I can't.
You want to see us in?
Because I can't put the emphasis on the other word.
Do you want to see us?
So I had two choices.
In chains, brother?
No.
Anyway, all right. I'll just fucking with you. Go ahead, J.E.'s.
At the very top, I gave the album B+. And what I mean B+, I'm talking like 89. So you can nudge me into 90 and it won't be a problem.
I give all my students, if they get an 80, if they get an 88 or an 89, I give them a 90. So we're gonna give them a 90.
I appreciate that.
That's bullshit.
No,
that's bullshit. That. See, that's you being an overachiever. That's what that is. I bet Jennifer would say the same shit. Overachiever, motherfucker.
No, I got stuck with 89s all the time in one of my
and I bet
drive me up a fucking wall.
Bullshit.
Fuck. And
Anyway,
I like Dr. Hoffman, but
if
damn.
you don't want students to have 89s, stop giving them the opportunity to make 89s. Fuck, nigga.
We don't make the fucking grading system.
But you can determine how many fucking questions on the test. Huh?
Well, I'm not giving 8.9 questions.
You can give 12 questions if that miss one. That's a 92.
But if I'm not getting into math with you. The computer does the math
Don't
for
do
me.
that. Don't do that. Like I
The
said,
computer
don't get
does the math for me.
Anyway, J.E.'s, go ahead.
So the songs that stuck out to me was honestly a lot of the same songs that Sean said. I think, with the exception of Hoop Dreams. I thought Hoop Dreams was cool. But like you said, 505, Pimpin' Benjamin.
Pimpin' Benjamin is the
Worm.
best song on the damn thing.
I think you're right on. I think you're
Pimpin'
right
Benjamin is just a fucking amazing song.
It's a flawless song. Flawless.
Truly.
One of the things that I was concerned about, though, is when I was doing the research, because I hadn't really heard of them before this, and then I went to see their freestyle, and the thing that I have about people who freestyle is something that I had to get out of myself, because when I really first started, it was freestyle, just freestyle battling. Freestylers don't typically make the best songs. Like, it's just something that happens. The only person who's been able to do that consistently has been Jay-Z. Nobody else is really able to do that. So to be able to hear them like put those skills together that we've seen out of the freestyling, not only make a couple songs, but a whole ass album out of it. And it's a cohesive body of work. It's not like stuff is missing there. And when you listen to the album, it flows kind of well. Like none of the tracks are out of place, really. The only criticism that I have is the album was too long.
It was long as fuck.
It was.
It is long as fuck.
Long album.
Man, it was long.
It is 17 songs, 49 minutes.
It is a very long album. And it's a long album to try to fit a bunch of people into, you know. To Sean's point, it's going to be interesting what their future is going to be, because the first group that I think about when I think about what they're doing is, and it might be blasphemy, so say that before I say the name. Only collective I could think about like that is Wu-Tang.
I knew you were going to say Wu-Tang, and I agree with you.
I was thinking Wu-Tang myself.
I agree with you.
That's the only collective I can, because it's hard to call them a group when there's that many people.
Yeah, I mean, name a group that has 5 people that all rap equally.
The only
besides
other one
Wu-Tang.
The only other one is not together anymore, and they have 4 members. It was Slaughterhouse.
I'm about to say Slaughterhouse, but 5.
Yeah.
I thought Bone Thugs only had 3.
What? No, Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone. No, it might be 4.
Oh, Bone Thugs is like a whole goddamn family. It's a bunch of them niggas.
But I'm talking about just 5, though. I'm talking about just 5.
Good enough.
What's the band?
They're not really that active anymore.
P Diddy put together on making the band 3.
Oh,
the band.
God. Oh,
it was literally the band. Hey, look, I listened to that band album not long ago. It's not bad. I don't know why. Well, we found out in the show why they wasn't able to follow up. Like, the dude from Louisiana was like too caught up in fame to actually get back in the studio. Dude from Miami was like, "Fuck the studio, I'm not coming back." The only 2 people left was Ness and Babs, because the singer in the group had an abusive husband or boyfriend. Yeah, it was. They made good music. It's just they couldn't come back for another. But for this group, honestly, what I liked about them is you do get a little bit of West Coast vibes out of it, but it's a very clearly East Coast inspired style. You know, like the way they rhyme specifically is there is a very East Coast feel to it. Yeah, the reason why I didn't go over the hill to an 8 is because, like I said, the album was just way too long. So all in all,
do it again.
The way I pause should be an answer, but it's not. The only trepidation I have is the length of it. I would have to be reminded of it to listen to it It's not something that I think I will scroll down my title and say, "Oh, let me revisit this." It'll have to be something that reminds you, like, "Oh yeah, this album was good. I listened to that."
What about individual songs? Would you add individual songs from the album into your list? I already know Sean's album answer. So
Pip and Benjamin and 505.
okay, so
Those
y'all didn't like AF1?
It's not that I didn't like AF1. I just, when I think about going back to the album, I just don't think about AF1.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge highlight.
If she bounced that ass in my face, do I look away? I was like, hold up, run that shit back. Run that shit back. Honestly, Sean, when I first heard this album, I wasn't even thinking about sharing it with you until I got to AF1. So AF1, Get the Worm, you know, Queen and Slim was my favorite. Is my favorite.
It's a really
simply because BJ, the Chicago kid, is on the hook.
BJ the Chicago kid.
We don't give that man enough credit for nothing.
We really don't. We really do not.
First time I heard BJ the Chicago Kid was on a song with Anderson .Paak on his album. It was called The Water.
Oh,
I thought that joke was cool.
I liked Explicit too, just because it was catchy. That's all.
Explicit was catchy, but
it overall, like, I mean, I didn't really 49 minutes. If they added another song to this motherfucker, I would have been like, nah. Listen, if this album was 49 minutes and 50 seconds, if it was 50 minutes, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. They added another skit, another verse, another hook.
Right.
But it really did flow well. Like, I can turn this album on and you know, focus on what I'm doing at work and look up and be like, you know, halfway through.
No.
I don't think there's a song that's out of place, which is, I think, hard to do on an album. These niggas can really rap.
Yeah.
You know, the four dudes in one apartment, that is crazy. I'm just saying.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
God, that's crazy.
So, will I listen to this album again in its entirety? Yes. Overall, I am going to give this album a 96. So I guess that's an A.
Yeah, it's definitely
an A, like just a flat out A, not a plus or a minus.
I was gonna say that's just an A. You don't start to hit A plus till you hit like 98.
Yeah. So
okay.
All right. I have made an executive decision. Jennifer is going to pick the album this week. Sean, you're going to pick it next week, and then we're going to reset.
Sweet.
Okay. So, Jen, I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. Here are the rules. No country whatsoever.
That's pretty much the rules.
Rule number 2 is detention. You will get sent to detention if you tell it bad jokes. Yo, speaking of, hold on, before we go anywhere, have y'all come across the gym called Roast Me?
Oh, yeah.
I know you have, Sean.
Oh, yeah.
You want to feel a day going from Demopolis to Montgomery? On your Facebook, go to All Def Digital and pick Roast Me Live. And just, bro, I'm telling you.
Yo, is All Def still active? Because
yes, they are.
Okay.
They just, a lot of times they do a lot of their own stuff. Like, for example, like Tony Baker has like a lot of his own stuff. Oh God, what I call the fat version of Tony Baker?
Kev on Stage.
Kev on Stage does a lot of his own stuff.
He has his own app.
Yeah. Kev on Stage does a lot
of original content.
Yeah.
And see, it's because of that I was introduced to All Def because of them. So when I seen them doing more of their solo stuff, I was like, oh, that must mean All Def is not a thing anymore.
Well, it was disbanded. Like, they did stop, but then
was that around the time that Russell Simmons got in trouble?
Yeah. Baron Davis
took it back over.
Owns All Def Digital now.
Dope. I like that.
And he got on Roast Me, and he can fucking flame.
I believe it.
No doubt about it. Baron Davis, look, Baron. Where did Baron? Where Where's Baron Davis from? Is he from like Philly?
I don't know.
And most of that stuff is on caffeine too. So, and the caffeine app is free. So, like their last season they did, all of those episodes are on caffeine. And they are hilarious. T.I. is on there.
Like, I do not want to hear T.I. roast.
But you want to hear them flame T.I.
Oh, he's from LA.
Get out of him.
Oh, I thought Baron Davis was
all right. So Jen, you're doing the album next week for this week. Sean is going to pick the album for the next episode, and then after that, we're going to spin the wheel again with whoever's on here. Jay, you're the only one on this episode. You and Jen are the only ones who didn't pick a movie.
Okay.
So you're going to pick the movie for this week, Jay. And then Jen's going to grab next week. And then next week, we're going to spin the wheel again and start this shit all over. Okay?
Okay.
Now, from dusk till dawn, I don't believe in vampires. I believe in what I saw. And what I saw was fucking vampires. Listen, I'm going to give this movie a 99. Okay? And
You're the only from dusk till dawn a 99.
I'm giving it from dusk till dawn a 99. And here's why I'm giving it a 99 and not a 100.
Oh, shit.
Quentin Tarantino. What do you know? Amend.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give this movie a 94.
Okay.
That's much better.
I'm taking 3 points away from the fact that Quentin Tarantino was too fucking pervy in this movie for his own good.
Yes.
And the fact that every situation that they found themselves in, it was because of him.
Yes.
Bro, chill the fuck out.
Yes.
They started the movie off on some bullshit. Okay. And then one of my favorite parts was when everybody, all the zombies and shit came out, and the band was up there playing the fucking guitar on the human body. And they're like, fuck you, good night. And then everything blows up. That shit was hilarious. But I mean, it's a typical Robert Rodriguez film. It's very gory, very bloody. It's action-packed from start to finish. I like it. There are 2 sequels to this movie that I have not seen. My brother Terry has, and he says they're amazing, but I don't know if I'll ever get to that. I don't know if I like it enough to watch the sequels.
You almost gave it a 99 a few minutes ago.
No, it's Perfect Score gets sequels.
That's fair.
I mean, from dusk till dawn, it's zombies. What more can you do with zombies?
We will revisit that. Zombieland figured it out.
Well, Zombieland was hilarious.
Zombieland
thinking about fucking Wichita. Okay, so yeah. Will I watch this movie again? Yes. I mean, I don't have really a lot to say about it. It was fucking funny and gory at the same time. Selma Hayek was dancing and then she turned into a fucking vampire, which was fucking funny. And what was that? Was that Cheech or Chong? Talking about all the pussy that they had inside.
Yeah, I think that's Cheech.
Great. Sean, you have not seen this movie?
No, I've seen the movie.
Okay. When was the last time you've seen this movie?
It was a
long time ago. You need to watch it again as an adult. Okay. I'm not saying you're gonna love it or hate it, but you will want to finish the movie. Okay. I'm gonna say that. So yeah, 94 for me. I is one of my all-time favorites. Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, they're one of my favorite. They are 2 of my favorite movie makers, next to John Singleton and like Martin Scorsese and Stephen King.
Not Spike?
And Spike is like number 6. Because all of his movies are the fucking same. It's like, to me, they are. There's always the scene where he's just standing and moving. You get a lot of those. I mean, Get on the Bus was my favorite Spike Lee
You're telling me Quentin
Like Get on
Tarantino
the
movies
Bus.
don't have some of the same
Get on
stuff
the
in them?
bus.
They have a lot of the same elements, but yeah, Get on the Bus is that joint. Get on the Bus is that joint.
Okay. So you didn't watch the movie, so you don't get to talk about it.
That's why I'm wearing my quiet hat.
Yes.
I gave it a 90. I gave it a 90 because of Selma Hayek. I ain't gonna even front. I don't do that a lot with women like that. But that crush. I hadn't seen this movie in a while, and when I seen Selma Hayek, I remember the first time I seen it, I was like, you know what? I need to come back to this because I don't like the way I'm feeling right now, and because this isn't a porn.
Almost
this is a
like
movie.
you didn't want her to die, even though she had just killed the nigga like 2
Yo, even when she started to turn and shit, I was like, I'm still there. I don't know what y'all want me to do. I don't know what y'all. What did y'all expect me to do? Y'all expect me to like, oh no.
Bring your zombie ass over here.
I forgot that most of the movie takes place in that club. Like the overwhelming majority of the movie takes place in the club. And I feel like they got to a point in the club where I felt like the writers or directors or both didn't know what else they were gonna do. And I felt like they was like, all right, they're gonna go to this club and this is gonna happen, then everybody's gonna be revealed. And yeah. And I felt like they just tried to fill a lot of space in that club. And they just to fill it out to get to the end of the movie. I'm not saying what they did was good or bad. It just felt like they filled a lot of space in there. Also felt too many people in the main cast died. I probably would have, maybe the brother could have stayed alive.
Yeah. The dad was annoying to me.
The dad remind me that just because a person is a man or woman of God, don't mean they don't have a sketchy past. That man really gave me sketchy past vibes because he was willing, and I understand, he was trying to protect the family, of course, but he was willing to do a lot of shit to be a quote unquote man of God. And I was like, okay, which if they had more to work with that story, you could give me a little bit of a backstory of who this man was before this point, and I would be interested in that. But yeah, overall, I'm giving it a 90. It could have been, the movie actually could have been shorter than what it was because, like I said, they tried to fill a lot of space, and I think the way they got to the end was creative with the shooting the holes in the wall and stuff, and that part was creative. But yeah, that's what I got with it. I would watch it again.
I'm gonna go a lot lower than both of y'all on this. I would probably give it a B minus, and part of it is because Tarantino played his character really well, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah, he was pervy as shit.
And
pervy as shit.
I mean, you're not
from
wrong.
the get-go, I knew that I did not like that character.
You're not wrong.
And props to Tarantino. He did a great job in that role because I fucking hated it.
That's a good point.
It takes a lot to get past the pervy.
And it made me have to pause it a couple of times. I'm like, I don't like this. And that is not that is the point. And I can recognize that. Also, I knew nothing about this movie going into it, so I had no idea there was vampires.
I tried to warn you a little bit.
That threw me for a fucking loop. No complaints about the vampires. That was great.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the traditional vampire lore. I think that's great. I love vampire media, and I've read a lot of it. I haven't seen a ton of it, but I've seen a good bit, and I've read shit ton of vampire media. Loved that. It was a slightly different take. Vampires don't tend to change that much. I thought that was really interesting. They also don't tend to explode like that. They tend to turn into dust instead of exploding. Kind of cool.
It's Robert Rodriguez. So
I was gonna say, but no matter what vampire media you read or watch, that's not a usual take. That was really interesting. Would I watch it again? Probably not.
So there's one scene I forgot. Do you remember there were like what's his name? He's the football player. He did Original Gangsters. J.E.'s help me out here. He was the main character. Fuck. Either way, he was in this movie, the black guy.
The big black dude.
The big black dude. Where he killed took the chair, or was it the table? And he took the zombies and like killed them, like threw them each on the table legs. Like that shit. Come on.
Yeah, he didn't need to die either. I don't know what the decision was.
And the dick gun was
that shit
unnecessary.
Was cool. That shit was cool. That was cool.
It was unnecessary, but it was really funny, and like I'm not upset about it.
But you know what? The first time they showed it, I was like, that was cool. The second time, I was like, you're a little bit obsessed with this dick gun shit, aren't you?
Right. But see, the thing about it is, if you watch other movies that Robert Rodriguez makes, it you see it.
He and Quentin Tarantino made Grindhouse together, right?
Yes.
Like Grindhouse.
And then, just like in Quentin Tarantino movies from the 90s, and you always see the Red Ape cigarette brand.
Right.
So
Grindhouse was cool. And I don't know, I think Rodriguez, damn, I'm totally butcher that man's name. He did the first movie in Grindhouse that was about zombies, I think.
Planet Terror.
Okay. And Quentin Tarantino did the other one.
Death
the last scene, and the one that Quentin Tarantino did is amazing.
Where they beat that dude.
Yo.
So, crap, I was about to say something, I forgot.
Oh man.
We were talking about Robert Rodriguez.
And Grindhouse and all of that.
I guess it's not important. It's gonna come to me when I don't need to hear it. So, shit. Sean, you can take your quiet cap off now. Still shut up, but take the quiet cap off.
I'll tell you something, motherfucker. Like, one thing we're not about to do every single time I get on this damn thing, we're not about to sit there and start bossing me around. No, you can mute yourself, but you can still hear me. And if you don't hear me, you're going to hear it back on the playback. So, whatever. Yeah, la, 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 my ass.
What are you la-la-ing your ass about? That's weird.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Yo, Jennifer, you brought up a good point about vampires, and I need to see, and I'm open to harsh criticism if it's deserved. I've been working on this story for a while now about people born in the year 2000 having superpowers. And the closest you are born to the year 2000, the stronger your abilities are. So, which means the further out, the weaker the abilities are, whatever they are. One of the characters, I tried to find a way because I'm trying not to have anything off limits. And with that, one of the characters is, in fact, a vampire. But she doesn't find out that she's actually a vampire until like late in her teen years. And the way it happens is her whole childhood is filled with her being sick. And nobody really knows what's going on. But every once in a while, she goes to the hospital because she's really sick and she has a blood transfusion and all of that. And so for a few days, high energy, but then back into her sickness. And she doesn't find out that she's actually a vampire until she bites into something living. I'm not sure what it is just yet. And realize the more she does that, the less sick she is. Is that a new take on vampires, or what am
it's not necessarily the like really old traditional one, but there's plenty of vampire media that has differences in vampires where some are born into it. So there's
because the way this is explained, remember, if anybody remember a little bit about the year 2000, everybody was talking about the Y2K bug. in which we find out in actuality, the Y2K bug was just a computer error. It was something relatively, it did happen, just wasn't as big as, there was this couple who were like doomsday preppers, and people were paying them tons of money leading up to the year 2000 for all of this. And when it didn't happen, when nothing happened, that couple was let down. They were sad. But some years after that, where they were living in California, was near a forest that caught, like, it was a massive forest fire. And they were the only people in their community to survive because they were red. I don't know how they feel about that because they were let down that it wasn't a Y2K bug. But yeah, but in this story, that's basically what I'm working on. The Y2K bug was, in fact, that everybody born in the year 2000 has this bug. So,
fun fact, Jay. Everybody on this call except you was 5. I think Jen was 4.
Oh, that don't mean you don't know the history. Like, if people have looked up the history.
I was gonna say I was 4.
You was looking at Y2J and shit. We was playing with blocks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't until you just said it that I thought that first time I heard it was computer bug. I honestly, for like the entire years, I just thought that like everybody just saw the year 2000 and went, like.
No, it was because there was an issue with the coding for all of the dates in computers that they were really worried that it was going to crash all of our computer systems.
So what happened was when the dates.
Man, that's a hell of a jump in logic, man.
Yeah, so when the dates, it actually happened.
So when you see things jump back to 1969, that's because that's where our dating system starts. And we had never planned for a 4-digit dating system.
That is it.
And we were concerned that it would shut down military computers and government computers and everything else.
And when they found out, a guy actually found out that a church, their lease was like, their bill was wiped clean, because when the clock went 00, the computer read it as the year 00. So that was the bug that people wasn't prepared for. So,
yes.
That was stupid.
I might be the youngest person on this call, but I do know what Y2K is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little underwhelmed by Y2K now. I'm like that.
That shit is like
the other things around it is kind of what we was talking about earlier with conspiracy theories. So there were people who were in the know who was trying to tell people, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't worry about it. Y2K is not a thing. There's Y2K, but nothing is gonna happen. Trust me, you're all right. But you get a couple doomsday preachers, doomsday cults, and just other people spreading wild conspiracy theories. People thought everything was like that couple I was telling you about. They said they were laying down outside, looking up at the sky as the clock was counting down, waiting for shit to explode.
What's the point of doomsday prepping if you're gonna go outside? Get the fuck inside.
Because they wanted to be able to see it and then go to their hideout. Look, these people prep so much that they have separate hideouts for their valuables. One of them said, and they both said, I can't tell you exactly where it is, and neither one of them know where their valuables are. So they really thought something was, and they were actually hoping something was gonna happen.
What they did a lot of mushrooms. That's what happened. They did a shit ton of shrooms.
Y2K doomsday guys in 1999 are today's Trumpers.
There was a lady in Russia who was a journalist, and this was the time in 2000 or 99. 99 was the year that Vladimir Putin took office. And I didn't know that what was going on was some really shady shit for him to take office. Basically, they found a bunch of shit on the person who was running it before. And when that person was on the way out the door, they was like, nah. We ain't doing this regular. We know who we want to run Russia, and he's going to step in. So that's what happened. But that lady who was a journalist, she was gay, and she knew what Putin was about. And as soon as she seen Putin coming in to give his first address around Christmas Day because Russia do something specific in Christmas Day or whatever. She hightailed the fuck out of there on a boat, on like a personal boat. She got the hell up out of there. She was like, I'm not waiting around to see what's gonna happen.
Bro, that was like the day when Redacted took over as the director of housing after Redacted left. And my ass was sitting there knowing damn well I done filled out all that HR paperwork going, shit. I'm fucked.
There were two other stories that was interesting in the year 2000. Olathe, Kansas, I think, if I got the right state. A lady was robbing a bank there because she felt like her life was totally fucked up. And she was hoping a little bit that her life would end that day. The people that she held captive in that bank went into the new year hostage in that bank.
Jesus Christ.
For whatever reason, this lady didn't do that much time, got out and married the guy who was able to talk her down. But you can hear the recording when she's on the phone with one of the police officers. You can hear the recording of somebody in the bank attack her and take the gun from her. And she's like crying and screaming and stuff. I heard the audio of it. It's kind of surreal to be able to hear that. That's weird. And the one other person was a lady from Minnesota who went to Israel with her family in preparation for the year 2000.
Because that's
only to realize that nothing was going to happen. And it was a problem getting her back here because what happened is during that time, Israel said a bunch of people were coming in without passports and just pretty much sneaking in and taking up shit and messing up shit because they was worried about what the year 2000 meant.
Not the illegal immigrants.
And a bunch of them was American.
Oh, it's like American illegal immigrants?
Sneaking into Israel, prepping for Y2K.
You mean to tell me that a bunch of Americans went, damn, I don't feel safe in my own country?
Yep.
And just hightailed it somewhere and just kind of ended up somewhere?
That was
and then we're feeling some type of way when the government went, whoa now.
Oh, y'all gotta get
whoa now.
Y'all gotta
get you didn't come here legally. You gotta
go. Get somebody else to do.
You better find somebody to marry.
And they was really just somewhere, like they was living in caves and on the side of the road.
You should have never told me that. I wish. I'm so glad I did not know that information until now because my God, every time I would have an illegal immigration thing, I'm like, damn, you remember Y2K when all them people tried to go to Israel and they were all damn Americans? Man, that almost sounds like, boy, howdy.
If y'all are ever interested, there's a 6-part podcast on this called Surviving Y2K. It is I've
seen pictures of this podcast.
It is really well done. Okay. Really, really well done. This is the same person who did the podcast looking for, I think it was called Finding Russell. What is that guy named? The workout guy?
Finding Russell Simmons. Yeah.
They did that one. The conclusion of that show was
Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons, not Russell Simmons.
It was it was anticlimactic. I didn't know Richard Simmons was from New Orleans, so I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
And I think they did one also on those shows like Cops and stuff. And I found out some shit about Cops that I did not know. Those shows are very predatory and
to say the least.
Yo,
it's hard. I did not
know those shows with that.
Somebody not go to jail. Like somebody's going to jail.
That was one of the major points. And the show wouldn't let the police department make the decisions. The show was making the decisions about who they would show and how they would show them. And yeah, I didn't know it was that bad.
I knew Cops was bad when they were trying to get the heat off of them by saying that Cops was staged. and then that information came out that said it wasn't staged, and everybody went, "Oh,
yeah, it's that." Yeah.
And when George Floyd was murdered, they're like, "Hey, yo, we're just gonna outdo this. We're just gonna do away with this altogether."
Yeah, because a lot of people, there was a lot of courts. I didn't know this. There was a lot of lawyers around the country who were going into the courts in their states, like, "Hey, we need to get this show up out of here."
I believe that.
It is not.
You know,
It is not working.
I
did the
watched a
same
few
thing.
episodes, and there were a few times where I was like, I don't know if these cops can do this kind of shit. I feel like they ain't supposed to be doing that.
Live PD was the same way.
Oh, Live PD was, in my opinion, Live PD was worse.
I think you're right on that.
I think Live PD was worse.
Jay, the city of Birmingham did the same thing with A&E in the first 48.
They got them up out of there?
Yeah, when was the last? Now it's Mobile. Mobile, Tulsa, really just Mobile and Tulsa.
Mobile, Tulsa.
What?
Mobile.
Kansas City? Ain't there no more?
Ain't there no more. Ain't there no more.
They was like, there's a formula to Cops. He was like, if you ever seen an episode of Cops, it always starts out with the worst situation. It's like a chase or something, or somebody being pulled from under a house by dogs or some shit. And
that shit was gross.
Yeah, and what one of the people on the show said was, he said, it's like, for the people who's watching it, they don't understand how much propaganda it is. But also, if you see me on this episode, I'm likely having the worst day of my life. But you're walking away from that episode like, this person is trash, always been trash, and always will be trash. And she was like, it's hard to know that episode is a part of their catalog that I have no control over. Yeah, I learned a lot of shit from all three of those shows, actually.
So, before we go off on another tangent, Miss Frederick,
I got the movie, by the way.
You got your album in mind?
I do not, because I'm gonna have to get back to you because I don't tend to think of music in albums. So, like, grouped in.
Okay, what's your favorite song out right now?
I'm not gonna lie, I spend a lot of time listening to the Julie and the Phantom soundtrack, which is a children's show.
Okay.
Would you like for me to pick an album for you this week?
Can I pick the albums if we just skip it over?
No, fuck you.
Come on.
No. This is your punishment for not watching the movie.
If y'all make me pick a movie this week, I could pick one of those off the top of my head.
And I can pick an album off the top of my head.
Favorite
Switch.
Jay, what do you think? What do you think?
What about Jen picking the movie?
Letting Sean and Jen switch.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think it'll be good.
All right. Jen, you pick a movie. You picking an album next week.
Okay, I can do that next week, but I don't tend to think of music and albums, so it's hard for me to pick one.
Sean, I'm gonna tell you right now. If the Money Store comes out of your mouth,
it's not gonna be the Money Store. I've already gone through this.
Listen,
I don't need.
J.E., I'm about to hold on. Hang on 1 second. I'm about to inbox J.E. on what I think your album was about to be. Okay.
I don't think you're gonna be able to guess. I really don't.
If I'm wrong, J.E.'s, I owe you $1. Okay.
Hold
on. I don't think he's about to guess my album, but I'll let him wait. But I'm gonna do a quick scroll.
Got it.
Got it? Okay. Yeah. There is no year restriction on the album.
Oh, so year restriction. Through my albums that I like. Oh, I know which one I want to do. And you might be able to predict this one, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So next week, we are going to review Brent Faiyaz's new album, Wasteland. Is that what you said?
Ain't no way.
No way. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ain't no way, yo.
I wasn't gonna do
ain't
that.
No way, yo.
And then I saw it and I was like, damn, I gotta talk
ain't
about it.
No way, yo.
I gotta talk about it. Lionel knows me better than damn near
boy, ain't no
anybody.
way, boy. Boy, ain't no
ain't
way,
no
boy.
fucking way, boy.
Ain't no way, boy.
He really sent that to you. And the funny part is,
I wasn't 100%.
I was
100%.
not gonna pick it. I wasn't gonna pick it.
100%.
I wasn't gonna pick it. You know what I was gonna pick? I was gonna pick Magic by Nas. I was gonna pick Magic by Nas. However, I saw Wasteland and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna get another opportunity anytime soon. So I gotta take it.
Would have got next week. So
huh?
You were picking next week, so I mean, you would have been able to.
I wasn't picking next week.
Yeah, you were. Before
Jen was picking next week.
No, Jen was picking tonight. You were picking
before we switched.
Yeah, right. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared until you said switch.
And then
I just threw something out there.
Next week we were starting over. Everybody who was on the podcast was going to get a chance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your chances of picking the album this week and next week were actually pretty high.
I don't like how you predicted that shit. That makes me want to change it. I don't like that.
You can change it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When we first brought this up, you was like, we can't listen to Crit, Cole, and Kendrick all the time. But off the top of my head, I just predicted which album you were going to pick. So I feel like you owe me an apology because you the predictable ass nigga in this group and not me. It's Black History Month, so you fucked up.
I'm gonna stick with my pick because I really want to talk about that album, and I don't get to talk about that album often. So I really want to talk about that album. So I'm gonna take my time to talk about that album.
If it's trash, I'm gonna let you know.
That's fine, but I don't even think you're gonna think it's trash. I don't know if you'll like it, but I know you're not gonna think it's trash.
Okay.
But all I'm gonna say is that Brent Faiyaz, I hope you listen next week because I have a lot to say about your skits.
Listen, Brent Faiyaz, if you listen next week, tell Sean to hop off your dick.
Actually, if Brent Faiyaz is listening, I have a very specific question for him. Very specific.
You want to inbox Brent Faiyaz and see if he wants to do our podcast? The worst he can do is not respond or say no.
I feel as though if I bring Brent Faiyaz on this podcast and I ask him the question that I'm going to ask, we might get popular. But Brent Faiyaz is not going to like me.
If Brent Faiyaz is not going to like you, we might get popular. Next week, we'll have a fucking cease and desist letter. So
it might be the case.
No, I know that's going to be the case. If he doesn't like the question you asked, and he doesn't want this coming out, he's going to call his lawyer.
I mean, I'm not going to. I mean,
or pay us one, and my price is not very high right about now. $20,000 a piece. J.E.'s, you can work with $20,000 for a little bit, right?
Truly, they're really.
Jen, no, I know Jen can fucking work with it. She probably about the best money manager on the fucking call.
You know what? I might do that.
Fuck it. The worst he can say is no or not respond.
True. That's true.
John, we called the president of the United States one night. We did.
Did he pick up the phone?
No.
Like, I called the White House before. I thought
Trump answered, nigga, what the fuck you want?
We were trying to call
the Fritos.
We have taste.
Yeah, we were trying to call Obama. There was no Trump.
Yeah, I tried around that time too.
Let me get some chili Fritos. All right, who got the movie?
I think I had it. 40-year-old version. Yeah. It's on Hulu.
I don't feel because last week I almost picked White Chicks. So
yeah, 40-year-old version.
40-year-old virgin and Brent Faiyaz. Seriously, bro, let's keep it a buck.
The thing that pisses me off about it is that I wasn't gonna pick it. Like I was so confident. I was like, I'm not gonna pick something that he's gonna see. Like, I'm not gonna pick something he's gonna say. 100%. I was like, I'm gonna pick something Denzel. I'm gonna pick something like JPEG Mafia. Like I'll pick, and then I saw it, and I'm like, damn, I did say that is what I was gonna do. Damn. But I gotta talk about it. I got to.
You're predictable as fuck.
That's exactly what he said.
I said that with confidence.
You did.
I'm not surprised.
Sean, you got to realize something. When it comes to this hip hop, you are my son. I know every step.
Well, good thing we're not reviewing hip hop next week.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're my son. Like, I know every step you're going to take.
I have a hard time. I'm gonna say you got lucky because I have a hard time.
That was not luck.
I have a hard time believing that you knew that I was going to see that and then go, "Yep, that's it."
That was not a lucky guess, Sean. And you want to know? You want to know how I know this wasn't a lucky guess? I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna give you permission to screen share.
What do you want me to screen share?
I want you to pull up your top 100 list from last year.
Oh, well, yeah, it's all over my top 100 list from last year because it was the album I listened to the most.
Yeah, so that's what you listened to last year.
Hold on, let me see. Let me find my top 100. Let's see. There's a Brent Faiyaz song, but it's not that album. There's that album, so that's one.
It don't matter. There are at least 12 songs in that 100.
2, 3, 4. We're not even in the top. We're not even out of the top 50. We're out of the top 50. Five. Yeah. 5 out of the, 16 songs, I want to say?
No, that's 5 out of 16 out of the album, or 5 Brent Faiyaz songs.
Oh no, not Brent Faiyaz. No, 5 out of 5 just on that album.
I rest my
19. Case. 5 out of 19.
I rest
but Villain's Theme, Egomaniac.
I rest my case.
Oblivion and Wake Up Call are all skits. So if you take that away, that's 15 songs. So 5 out of 15 songs. We're just in my top 100. It's not even because let's see, out of those,
I rest my case.
Yeah. Like I said, I have a lot to say about the album.
It was either Brent Faiyaz or fucking rap album. It would have been fucking Benny the Butcher or one of those Griselda ass dudes.
West Side Gun was on my mind, but it wasn't gonna be that. I'm telling you, as I'm going through and I'm scrolling and I'm looking at the order, the next one would have been Magic by Nas. It's 30 minutes.
I rest my case.
I have and that one I have a lot to say about that one
Brent
too.
Faiyaz, and I said this nigga finna pick Brent Faiyaz because that's all this nigga listened to.
That is incorrect. Actually,
that is whatever.
That is incorrect.
What?
If I go through my on repeat right now, it's Freddie Bit Gibbs, JPEG Mafia, Earth Gang, Mystical, Young Nudie, J. Cole, Quavo and Takeoff, more JPEG, Party Next Door, Lil Baby, James Blake and Travis Scott, some dude named Jev. Hall and Oates, Mavi.
Which Hall and Oates song?
I can't go for that.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song. 3-6 Mafia, more JPEG. We're gonna skip that one. Bad Bunny song, more 3-6 Mafia, SZA, DJ Khaled, Lil Yachty, Frank Ocean, more JPEG, more JPEG. Denzel, skipping, more JPEG.
That's enough, nigga.
I've been listening to a lot of JPEG recently.
I've been listening to a lot of WWE. I just get in these modes. Okay. Like Cody Rhodes, his theme song, I just heard it like today. It's fucking amazing. Just saying.
We don't have to talk about this today, but I'm pissed he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, me too.
What? I wanted Seth Rollins to win the Royal Rumble personally. Are we gonna start reviewing wrestling on this bitch?
I want a Walter.
You mean Gunther?
You mean Gunther?
I know what I said.
You mean Gunther?
I know what I said.
Gunther.
I know what I said.
I personally thought,
or Bray,
that this week they should, and we're gonna spend like 5 minutes on this. Yeah. Here's how I want the next till April 1st to go down. Okay. Here's how Lionel would have made this happen. Okay. Friday on SmackDown, Sammy goes out, talks his shit. Roman gets pissed, goes looking for him, goes to the locker room, attacks everybody. Adam Pearce strips him of. No, he needed to do it on Raw next week. And, he gets stripped of the title. He doesn't get pinned. So, and then at the Elimination Chamber, one of those chambers should have been for the WWE title. And I would, if Seth won the Rumble, then I'd have him beat Roman at WrestleMania. But Roman can't lose both nights. Because if he loses the first one, then that's the one. That's the match. And then he turns around and loses Sunday night. There's no significance in it because he's already lost. So he needs to drop a title without getting pinned before WrestleMania. And whoever that is, as long as it's not Brock Lesnar, I'm cool with it.
Right. Yeah.
It can be Lashley. Hell, put it on the Miz.
I honestly
wouldn't
mind him losing one title, but both nights. Like lose one on that Saturday and another one on that Sunday, and make it a complete downfall. He disappear until like almost the end of the year.
And that's the key. When it comes to what they need to do right now, they need to break up the bloodline, which they're clearly doing. But then they need to take Roman off of TV. He has to get off of TV. He needs a leave of absence. So when he comes back, people are refreshed. Yeah. If you keep him on TV, you're going to make him look weak because he has to lose at this point. He cannot keep winning. He cannot keep winning. It's not going to happen.
The tag titles need to go before WrestleMania.
I think what's going to happen with the tag titles is because of what we're seeing, what's happening with
Jen. I'm going to let you borrow my Peacock so you can keep up with this wrestling shit.
I don't. I'm on it.
I'm talking about Jen. Jen is like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I used to watch wrestling with my mom as a kid, so like I'm not completely unfamiliar with what you're talking about.
You need to pick it back up because this shit is great.
Because my mom used to love to watch wrestling. We watched Monday Night Wrestling every week until I was like 12. And then one of my brothers tried to fuck me up laying on the living room. And we stopped watching wrestling in the public areas.
If you didn't get fucking the Walls of Jericho put on you as a kid, did you really grow up? Like, did you really have a childhood?
Walls of Jericho and the Figure Four.
It was insulting
the figure four actually hurts.
The Figure Four feels like your leg is going to snap.
The insulting part is my brother was like 3 when he did this, and I was 12.
Okay, well, y'all were probably the same size though, so I feel like that's the consolation here.
Go fuck yourself.
That means I'm right.
Right.
So the two that hurt to me though was the Walls of Jericho and the Camel Clutch.
No, you want
Camel Clutch? I don't want to do this shit.
Your chest burns.
You want to know another one that's hell?
I don't want to do this shit no more.
Another one that's hell? The damn sharpshooter. If you have somebody put on the sharpshooter properly, not like Edge's sharpshooter or The Rock sharpshooter, but like Bret Hart's sharpshooter or like a cloverleaf. Oh my god.
Oh man.
I feel like my legs will snap.
On Raw, I really like the Street Profits. Like, I like Judgment Day.
Street Profits need to get one of them titles. They need to get one of them titles.
They have to put it on the street. If the Street Profits are not in line to get a title shot before WrestleMania or not, they need to split them up.
And honestly, I wouldn't be mad at Imperium getting the other ones. But
I like Imperium.
Imperium is fantastic.
If they don't give the Viking Raiders, the titles, I don't know what they keep doing by repackaging them like every 6 months. They keep trying to repackage them and throw them out as this indestructible force or whatever, and they get on.
But they keep getting their asses whooped.
You know why? You know why they keep trying to repackage the Viking Raiders? Because the Viking Raiders are actually good.
Oh, they're fucking good. They're amazing.
Their tag team work and other companies is phenomenal. And then they get to WWE and it's like no one knows what to do with them except put them in fucking frilly dresses and get them out there and let them get their asses whooped.
Or put them in a match with a bunch of jobbers who don't like.
That's what I'm saying. The Viking Raiders, you have to just let them steamroll. And the problem with WWE right now is that you have a lot of these characters that you just need to let steamroll to really get traction, and they've built themselves into a corner where they can't.
That's true.
Because at the end of the day, Roman Reigns needs to get steamrolled. He has to get 10. He has to, because
Roman Reigns from 5 years ago, not this
one. No, this one needs to get beaten. And the reason why is because if you go and you take away the title in one of the WWE bullshit type of things, you are saying that whatever champion that you have is not as good as Roman Reigns from the jump.
Fair.
You have made Roman Reigns to be this indestructible thing. Okay. And the same with the Usos. You have made them to be these indestructible forces. And what I swear to God, if they do this, I'm going to be pissed.
Look,
if they make Jimmy and Jay lose the title because of the fact that they can't cooperate as a tag team, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
No, this is how
this is how you need to do it. I'm talking when they go oh, well, if y'all can't, cooperate together, we're going to just strip you of the titles. What they need to do is they need to put them up against the Street Profits, who have phenomenal chemistry. Amazing. Let Jimmy and Jay have their issues.
Let them cook.
Let them get in there and dominate the Street Profits. And then let one thing happen. Let the Street Profits gain some momentum back. Let the Street Profits hit 2 or 3 of their tag team finishes. Let the Street Profits barely win. But you still have a tag team. There's a problem with WWE's tag team division and that it goes off of you got this really good person and this really good person. Instead of we have this tag team. And I think that's what the Street Profits have that no one else has.
Now,
for Roman's belt, one need to go to Seth, and the other one needs to go to a person who don't really need it, because that type of character has never.
I think they should give it to Sami Zayn.
I
don't think Cody
deserves that other one. That SmackDown one need to go to Bray. That's who it needs to go to.
Bray doesn't need a title.
Exactly.
Bray is fucking.
That character never needs a title. That's that Undertaker character. It never needs a title.
Bray is fucking.
But I wouldn't mind him getting another one. He deserves at least another one.
No, I agree. So, my problem with the Cody Rhodes thing is that I don't want, my one thing that I said when it came to Roman Reigns, I did not, when Cody Rhodes came over, that was the one person that I did not want to watch Roman lay down to. And the reason why is because it's a hot shot. I get it. Cody.
So give me a triple threat. Give me Cody, Roman, and Seth.
I like that. I really like that.
I don't know if I want Seth. I want something new, something fresh. I don't want rehashing the 2016.
Give me Theory. Give me anybody.
Give me Theory. My thing about Theory, though, they put him on. It was too early. He was very clearly not developed, but he's got talent. He knows how to get the audience behind him or against him. Give him a run with another title. Let him see how he does. But put him on that list. He needs to be on that list.
I think also, if you're going to give Theory a WWE title.
My last point on this, get Ronda up out of there. I don't need
to
see that no more.
Out of there.
Ronda Rousey is
she cannot
wrestling, and she has a bad attitude about it, and I wish she would go away.
I'm done with that.
Listen, at WrestleMania, give me Rhea over Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I mean, I mean,
go beat the shit out of her.
I mean, it's Rhea Ripley's time. I mean, if you cannot fuck this up. You literally cannot fuck up Rhea Ripley. All you have to do, just don't give her a title shot between now and WrestleMania.
And let her cook.
And just let her do her thing.
But what are they going to do with Asuka? Because now they're letting Asuka go back to a really dominant character that she's had.
Asuka is going to win that Elimination Chamber, and she's going to beat Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
I think that's a good idea. Because it's time for Bianca to leave TV as well for a little bit.
She's had the title since SummerSlam, so that's enough. No, actually, she's had it. Yeah, she's had it since SummerSlam.
I'm glad they did right by her, by the way, and let her get it back after that bullshit they pulled when Becky came back.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did right by her and let her get it back.
When it comes to the SmackDown tag team titles, Sami Zayn needs to be involved in them losing those.
100%. 100%. I don't want the Usos to lay down because you've built them as this really strong tag team. And WWE has a problem with their tag team divisions where they don't allow their tag teams to be dominant. So if you're going to allow Jimmy and Jey Uso to be dominant, they have to lay down at some point. No one can be dominant forever. They have to lay down at some point.
So, and here's my last point. Whereas the Usos and Roman need to go off TV for a while, Solo Sikoa needs to stay on. I feel like if somebody is going to beat Gunther for the title, Solo. And make Solo a Paul Heyman guy.
Let's see that. Let's see that.
Now that we've bored Jen into oblivion. See, Jay, I told you, listen, in college, Jen listened to all of our shit. She listened to all the Kendrick, the K, everything. And these conversations, she was like, I don't fucking. We needed Jen to research. Listen, Jen, pull it up, Jen.
And I'll break up an argument any day because I keep up enough that I can do that.
Yep, pull that shit up. Pull it up. So, all right, people. I think we've done enough bullshitting for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you're hearing the sound of my voice right now, that means you spent 2 hours with us.
Truly.
What the fuck are you doing with your life?
But we appreciate you.
Go get a hobby.
We still have that
antibiotic
question,
or something. Yeah, you definitely need an antibiotic or something.
Yeah.
So, next week we will be discussing the 40-year-old virgin and Brent Fires, as predicted.
It is what it is.
So, be sure to like, share. TikTok coming soon. Whenever one of us feel like fucking making it.
Truly.
You know. Watch wrestling this week. We may talk about it next week. Maybe. I don't know. Anybody got anything else?
No.
Okay. I would like to leave this show by saying fuck Brett Favre. We ain't forget, motherfucker.
We
ain't forget,
we ain't forgot, you bitch ass nigga.
Also, you weren't that good of a football player.
Nah, yeah, you fuck Brett Favre. So, happy Black History Month. Fuck Brett Favre. I'm Lionel. That's Jay. That's Jen. That's Sean. This is the But Peep This podcast. We will see y'all next week.